Live
Does
and
my
direct from
sound terrible?
Chicago, Illinois. You sound fine. We are
Good.
live. I'm with Horatio and Michael Delaney. Nobody's watching us, but here we are.
Oh, I didn't pump it.
Pump
You
what?
gotta pump it.
I didn't pump it.
I decided to not ask questions and just say, "Oh, pump it, man! You gotta pump
Well,
it."
you
I
need
mean,
to pump it.
I didn't put it on Facebook so people can see it.
Well, fucking pump it, dude. What are you doing?
All
I
right,
gotta
here we
pump
go.
it too. Jerry, send me a link so I can pump it, double pump.
Don't even ask questions. Just pump it, bro. Don't. Why you?
I mean, this
Why
is
you not
nonsense.
pumping it?
Why
No
you
one's
gotta ask
pumping it.
why? Why can't you just pump it?
Pump it, dude. Stop delaying.
I wanna pump it too. Especially, I gotta send it the link to my mom.
Okay, let me see. Here's here I can do it to both of you.
So, yeah. So can you send us a link that just so we
Yeah.
can post
I'm
forward?
gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to both of you.
There we go.
Oh, Raj, you just wake up? Gee, I watched a crazy movie this morning. Wild at Heart. David Lynch. Lynch wrote the screenplay he adapted from a book.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Wow, what
Wild
a
at Heart?
crazy, great. Yeah,
Bobby Peru.
it really owns its moviness. You know,
You
at
you
the end,
remind me
he's
of Bobby Peru,
oh,
Delaney.
oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Wait, which one's Bobby Peru? Is that. Don't
Bobby
tell me it was.
Peru.
Don't tell me it was Willem Dafoe.
It was Willem Dafoe. Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
Oh my God, that mouthpiece. Who designed those gums, those teeth?
I fucking love that movie. And then when
Oh my God.
the coolest thing I saw was from that movie that I remember right now is then Sherilyn Fenn walks off that car accident and she's dead.
Yes.
And you're like, oh no, she's dead. She's just walking and like it's like realistic. Like that's how it would be if you got fucked up in a car accident.
Yeah,
At least that's what it looked like. But I really like because I've never seen that in a movie. Someone really, really dying from a car accident.
But of course, it's Lynch, so she has to be impeccably dressed.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
Right.
Already
She
a
can't be a
ghost.
wreck. She can't be a
She's
wreck.
already
She's
the
not a
perfect
ghost.
ghost.
She hasn't died yet.
You don't know that. You don't know that, man.
You don't know, man.
You never know it, Lynch. No, but
I hear what you're saying, but no, I think
she,
it's more interesting if she's still alive.
I think
Because
she's alive,
she's
but she's in shock. Really, I mean,
yeah,
honestly, she's in
definitely.
shock. But you want to think that maybe she's already dying and connecting with the afterlife.
Okay, gee, I
We
hadn't
get
gotten
real
that
deep,
far.
real fast.
A little too fast, as far as I'm concerned.
Sorry,
He
Jerry.
does.
Let's break it.
He
Let's
does.
go back down and talk about the headlines.
I
Rub
just
me
wanted
up
to
a little
say,
bit before you get started. Get me all moist before you just throw it in there.
now, I think David Lynch. I thought
Jesus.
Lynch went a little bit. I thought he went
Yeah.
a little bit Adam McKay when the main character's laying there on the concrete, almost half dead at the end of the movie, and the Wizard of Oz bubble with the good witch comes and talks to him, and he says, you know, all the reasons she should leave. He says he's got the self-awareness to say, and I didn't have no parental control. When
I
he's
think it's kind of opposite though, because I mean, when Lynch thought of that, I think Adam was like fucking around in community college or something.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you're right. No. I never thought he would take it from Adam. I just thought I thought they both drew from the same well. That kind of Kenny Powers thing. The way Kenny Powers, we're like, I don't know, I'm frustrated because I didn't get enough love or something. Something he'll just say. He'll call out some really, really great psychological observation that no one in that situation is self-aware enough to be able to come up with. But when you got a writer in your corner, anyway, big thumbs up for rewatching. I always forget everything about that movie every time I rewatch it. I always had forgotten everything except the gist of it.
I love that it's this bamboozle minstrel thing you have here.
Yeah, I didn't think that you guys. I forgot you guys are going to be sharing that with like people you know. That's
What
I
in the
don't mind.
world? Is that our promo?
that's the
Of course
poster. Yeah, it's a
not.
poster from a show.
Oh my goodness.
From a minstrel show that would have been like just a normal show to go see. I mean, we have no idea how popular minstrel was. Like, it was a thing. It was like, yeah, people just go see it. I mean, it's something that people did between 19 or 18.
Yeah, because the
60
lowest
and
of the low
1920.
had to invent the lower to make fun of.
I've heard Groucho talk about it. You know, he really he hated that the white guys came in and started doing that. He was like, no, that's theirs. That belonged to the black guys. That was their thing. And then the white guys, I guess, did they come in and completely co-opt it with guys like, the jazz singer, what's his name, Al Jolson and those guys?
Well, it's a weird start, and I got on this. I found that because I got on this thing where I was just looking up stuff, and I didn't know that like they really the roots of stand-up comedy are from minstrelsy. I didn't know that. Like directly, they can directly to the line. The first stand-up comic was a minstrel, and that meant like, joke, punchline, self-deprecating humor, person talking only on the stage, talking to the audience, breaking the fourth wall, not in a scene. Like
And you're
that
talking
was-
about, and you're talking
But isn't
about
all-
black people. You're not talking about white guys dressed up in blackface. You're talking about black people.
Well, okay, and that's weird too because the first person that did it was black, or he was, but he passed for white. And he could only do it in blackface. So, I mean, it's weird, and then it was a weird thing too because minstrelsy came from this thing that slaves would do called a cakewalk when they were making fun of white people. And then the white people saw that. They were making fun of the slave masters, and then they saw it, and they started making fun of the slaves, and it became this back and forth thing.
Wow, I didn't know
But
any
by
of
the
this.
time it got to minstrelsy, it was
So they're snaps.
both. The way it went was if you were portraying a black person on stage, you did it in blackface, no matter if you were white or black. So both races were doing it. And if you were black, if you were
So
going to
then
get on
it was
stage,
the
the
form.
only way that you could perform is if you were doing minstrel.
So it was clown.
What year are we
It was
talking
like-
about?
Like from
1973?
after slavery, late 1800s to all the way up into the 60s.
I mean, yeah, some real dives there in the 60s. I'm still going to the State Fair and watching the minstrel show. Dude, fucking 1964, man.
Still doing it, man. Yeah. Yeah.
I still need a lot. It's nostalgic. I really like it. I'm hoping it never ends. I'm hoping no one ever criticizes it anymore. But
It became an art form. It became a real art form because people, that's what artists did. The people who had talent did. So it became this, it became a thing. I didn't know, the stump speech. That's where it comes from. That the term stump speech comes from a minstrel show. Because in every show they would do a stump speech, and it all became about the guy making a speech, and it was also a really particular thing, and you've seen it, you just didn't know what it was. It was a man talking, and he's using big words that he doesn't know what they mean, and he's misappropriating a lot of words. So as I says to the man, and it's just up, and it comes up, and it comes, and it's that, it's that kind of talk. And that was a thing that they would do, a stump speech.
Is that why they have a stump at the Apollo?
It came from somebody standing on a stump and giving a speech. I don't know. No, I don't think that's where it comes from, the Apollo. No.
What's the Apollo thing? I forgot. It's something you
They
rub.
rubbed the stump.
Now, was the stump just a leftover artifact from when there was always
No,
a stump
actually,
in the
people would
theater, so
stand
someone
on
could-
people would stand on a stump so you could see them.
Same thing, isn't it? Kind of.
It's like busking, you know, like you just like, hey, there's a stump, let's get on it. What's up? Let's get some people around here. Stop
Yeah, no,
pointing.
people when they would give a speech, they would actually stand on a stump so people could see
Yeah.
like a little small stage.
I guess it changed to soapbox later.
Get on
All
your
the stumps
soapbox.
got cut down.
First, that show Stomp started on a stump. And it was Stomp
Wait,
on a stump. And huh?
Well, if
Rod,
there's
your
no-
audio went. Your audio.
Yeah, your
going
audio's.
crazy.
Well, it is the foot.
Well, it just sounds like you're in a under the ocean, like you're in Ocean Gate.
Down below the ocean, where
It's
I
about to
wanna
pop.
be.
All right. How's this? You hear me now? No?
It's weird. I don't know what, or if your mic, if you're using a different mic. Am I right?
I
Delaney?
am. I'm using this mic
Oh,
over
me?
here.
Am I? I'm not using a different mic now. I got my same bad mic. I
No,
gotta
I'm
get
talking
it
about
back.
Horatio. Do you hear it the same way I do, right?
Yes, I do. It's a little funky.
So, okay. Still, this is my new mic.
I don't think
It'll
it's.
come and go.
You know what? It's not plugged in. I don't think it's plugged in,
No,
or maybe
no,
it's not turned
it
on.
is. It is. It is.
Okay, tap it. Just tap it. Tap the top of it.
Yeah.
Tap the top of your mic. Tap tap tap. Yeah, it's not on. We're not hearing that. And we're hearing you through something
No.
else.
You're hearing me through
Yes.
probably through the camera.
Through
Yep.
the computer, yeah.
Well, you guys keep talking. Let me figure this out.
Oh boy, geez, Jerry, I gotta put this up on my Facebook page. This is too. This is too much.
All coons
I'm
look
gonna
alike
get
to
in
me.
trouble. Everyone's gonna come after me again if I put
You
that
think,
up.
you think it's a statement?
You know how
Just
people
say,
are.
Don't blame.
Well,
I think
They
this work.
don't think. No, they don't think for 1 second. They just see and react
now better?
and condemn.
Working,
And condemn.
working better now?
It is working better now,
Yes,
but now it's delayed.
Yes, it is, Raj.
It
It's
should.
better delayed.
Hopefully they'll catch up.
Maybe I'll just
It'll
turn
catch
off the mic and use. I'm gonna turn off the mic and use just for testing's sake. We'll
It sounds good though. It sounds really good.
But it's what? It's echoing.
It's just delayed. It might catch up. I don't know, but yeah, it's like a couple of seconds behind you.
Are we gonna have a special guest today? Anybody heard from Dorf?
Not yet.
Which makes me think that he's got some plans.
You sound great now, and now it's synced.
Okay. Could be my
Plans.
shitty internet as always.
Plans.
2025.
Plans like,
People don't
well,
have
you know,
plans.
Dorf is very set, you know. So if he has like a trivia thing, or he's doing New York Times crossword, you know, I think he has to do that every morning.
Like I always say, man, plans are for what happens when life something.
He always
Plans
butchers.
Plans are what
Always
you make when
Happiness
life
happens
goes
when
by.
you make plans.
He doesn't butcher his own quotes, but he butchers mine. It was life. Life is
Life is
what happens to you
when you
make
when you're
other
doing
plans.
crosswords and such.
And you're playing Wordle. You shouldn't be playing Wordle. You should be out playing with your son.
Yeah, he has to do the Wordle. He has to do the New York Times.
Doing me Wordle.
It's just I always get stuck on the
It's
first
a
word.
Wordle. Sounds like a bird. Yeah. All right. So
Okay, well maybe we'll hear from him. Maybe he'll pop
catastrophe
in.
averted. Yeah, he's invited. I told Jerry to invite him, so he has the link sent to him.
People love this, by the way. They love like the technical, like, oh, is this camera working?
Look at
or who's going to be there? They like all that shit.
All the stuff you're supposed to do for
Note-
the half hour
note
before you
taken.
start.
No taken. But let me just say one
I'm
last
just
thing before
I'm
we
just
move
trying to
on.
tell these people this is what you're here
Oh.
for. So don't.
Welcome to the show. I think Mike's mom. Welcome. We're talking about technical jargon, but we'll get to the good stuff. I mean, we've already gotten to some deep stuff already, right?
Yeah, I
A
mean,
little
this,
bit. Yeah, a
yeah,
little
how
bit.
mics work and minstrelsy. So.
And minstrelsy. Yeah, I can't wait for the for the summary sent back.
Uh,
Um, I
all right,
think I should
Jerry.
have Zoom Workplace record this.
In the minstrel shows, did they work with hand mics?
And hadn't gotten to
I
that
don't
yet.
think so, man. These were
Did they
like
have
70-year-old
megaphones?
guys who had just like learned their throats are just perfect horns for
Well, did you
getting to the
know?
back row.
You
I
remember
mean,
the
honestly,
Greeks?
yeah.
You know the one
And
man
they had
show
their
on
own remedies to save their voices. Sorry, let me go get a Coke while you explain what you're talking about.
Well, my point is that the Greeks did one person shows too, Jerry, because those old plays were all one actor, of course. For like a century, they had masks, and they wore the mask. They had the little megaphone piece built into it, and
Yeah,
so it's one guy
monster's a
doing the whole
megaphone.
thing. That's where the word personae came from. Personae
Persona.
is that mask is a persona.
The monster's a megaphone. Yeah. So you had like what do you call? That's where the soliloquy and all those kind of things would happen, or like one person talking in Shakespeare. Sometimes a character might break the fourth wall and talk to the audience. All that stuff might happen, but it wasn't the
No, that's different,
presentational. I'm coming out to talk to
Right,
you. There were
I'm me.
yes,
Right.
and as myself, and even like they also talk about it like it being. There were two sides of it too, because like the guy who wrote Huck Finn, Mark Twain
Uh-huh.
would do that kind of stuff too. So there was this kind of like other side of it that was a little bit more, I don't know. I guess less. I guess there were two sides to it. There were people like Mark Twain that started out that kind of tradition, and it went down to, I don't know, you'd be like Garrison Keillor now, who was like a storyteller, wise, quips, but it wasn't, and that was kind of like high art, and then there was the kind of shit that people really saw, and that was like minstrel, you know what I mean?
Folk art. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so they talk about stand-up. Yes, there was that tradition of like, some of it did come from like people like Mark Twain who would have like funny stories, but people didn't really like laugh at that stuff.
Sure
out
they
loud.
did.
They laughed,
Sure they did.
chuckled. It was like this, but people laughed hard at minstrel stuff. Like that
No,
guy.
that was a comedy show. Yeah,
That's
Twain
comedy.
would give talks that were
Maybe
peppered with lots of humor and big laughs, but it wasn't a comedy show.
Right. Yeah.
It might have just been a body situation where everybody's kind of hammered and having a good time,
Yes,
that-
but
Then you yell shit, you're happy, you're drunk, but I mean either way, what a weird fucking thing that people would
Honestly.
it would be like a new level of like oh, this is a new form.
you could look up this guy. I forgot
It's
his
a new
name.
form.
There's this guy that that they credit with being the first stand-up, and it's all like in there, like all the self-deprecating humor, all the all the shit that you do. But I guess the only thing that he didn't do was that he didn't wait for people to laugh, but he came up with the term punchline. So I guess he would just like he would tell a joke, he would tell the setup, tell the punchline, and just go and just run through it, and people would just like have to like. I guess it was a thing, but people were like, you gotta like stop laughing because you gotta hear what he's saying.
So you're saying
Next
that,
joke.
that
He
you're
didn't
saying
get
waiting
it.
for the laugh hadn't been invented yet.
Hadn't been invented yet. No, he didn't get that. Like,
It just
oh wait a
plowed
minute,
through.
maybe I should just I should stop for a second. Because the audience, I guess, it was written down that people would get annoyed, like, oh, you have to be quiet because you got to hear the next thing. It's hard to follow the show sometimes.
Maybe he went really fast.
Well, he probably was like, well, I got to keep going. I gotta do my act. You know, you might even
Yeah,
think
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait a minute, wait
Songs
for the
don't slow
laugh.
down. Songs don't
No,
wait.
no,
Songs
nothing.
just plow ahead.
Plays didn't stop. You know, you just did your play. You didn't stop for people to laugh. So
Um, yeah, my
In my
brother gave me.
day,
I was doing a show with my brother, and he was directing, and he goes, "Yeah, it's really great. I know you can tell that you're like funny, and you're because no one else is waiting for laughs. Like you're gonna get laughs." I was like, "Yeah, that's the world I'm kind of about. Like I kind of very timing is very something I've studied, a lot
all that
by watching the
watching all
greats,
the
not by like writing
yep.
down or reading, but just you learn like Bob Newhart style. I could really be a good straight man if I want to.
yeah,
Sometimes it doesn't fit, but
I thought it started with Mel Blanc and Bugs Bunny. I got a lot of timing from them and from the Three Stooges.
I think we
Um,
all did. Yeah, all us
just how
kids
to
got the Looney Tunes kind of. That was like kind of like the basic
that
programming.
was
It's like
yeah
everyone
basic
gets Looney
education.
Tunes. Come on, everybody! Every kid eat up Looney Tunes, and then
Right.
and then it turned into Sesame Street and stuff. But so all us kids are kind of all us people our age are all kind of like you know we're all we all kind of come out from a Looney Tunes. We have that comedy in our heads from that.
we're all
But
kids,
now like kids
sons
have
of Bug
everything,
Bunny.
right? What are
What's that?
your like? What's your kid consuming as something funny?
Yeah, they got a lot of different stuff now. It's just more sophisticated. You know, there's a lot of books. There's a lot of my kid likes funny, real funny stuff. So he's into stuff that's like probably a little old for him, but he really likes it. Like, so like movie, Jack Black, anything Jack Black does, because he does all that kid shit.
Yeah,
School of
So any of
Rock.
those video game movies he loves.
That's a good one for kids. The School of Rock.
Like School of Rock, love School of Rock. Right now he's really into like sports, so he's in like every baseball movie. The kid with the
Have you
arm,
done,
whatever that one's. The
you done
Angels
the
in
Bad News
Outfield.
Bears? Did Bad
Hasn't
News
seen Bad News
Bears yet?
Bears yet. I'm not showing him that yet. Nope.
That's a good one.
Nope.
Wait till they
Nope.
give it a
Well, he
minute.
was like, I forgot what's the one with the dog, the Sandlot. He really loves the Sandlot, and James Earl Jones is in it, and he's like, I love this guy. I love this guy. I love his voice. Who is this dude? I'm like, oh, he's in a bunch of
Wow.
movies. He played the first black champion, Jack Johnson. He's like, oh, I want to see a scene. He watched the scene, and he's like, and he saw him in the Field of Dreams. He's like, oh, that's about baseball. I want to see that movie. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's not a lot of baseball in it. He's just like, well,
yeah.
what's it about? I'm like, well, all these players come out, and he's like, well, who's that dude? And he saw I was like,
Oh,
well,
he'll love
that's
it.
Joe Jackson. He's like, oh, from the Black Sox? Yeah, I love that movie. I'm like, yeah, but they don't really play. They just talk a lot about baseball. And he's
Well, if he
building
watched
a
the
lot.
Black, does he just know about the Black Sox, or did he watch that movie?
He knows about it because it was he's got a book about it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so he knows about it. He knows everything about it.
He's
tragic.
going to have to wait for Bull Durham. I'm not even going to show my son Bull Durham because they make the Christian guy look like a dope, and my son's very Christian right
Who played
now.
the Christian dude? Was it
Some guy who's probably the nicest man in the world, just like a really nice, honest guy,
But he's dopey in the movie.
married
I haven't
the-
watched that. I don't think. Or I've seen it like maybe when it's on TV a little.
a
here and
little
there.
bit. And then when Crash's parents come over, they're celebrating something big, and the dad's like, "Let us pray," and she goes, "Oh, let's not," and just shuffles him away.
Remember the the dopey boyfriend from The Sopranos who was like super Christian?
That's the Ned Flanders effect when they have to turn them into this incredible square.
You mean the one,
Yeah.
the one that was dating Janice?
Yeah, that guy was the best. He was the dopiest fucking.
sandwiches. He was sleeping. He had narcolepsy and shit.
Yeah, he'd fall asleep like in the middle of conversations. He's just like,
Time for turkey sandwiches. Yeah, that woke him up.
What is that? What is that?
So Tony, he was sleeping at the table, and Tony just goes, "Time for turkey sandwiches," and he woke up. And shit.
Oh, is that what he would say upon waking up?
No, that's what Tony
Well,
said to
got
wake
him
him up
there.
because he was
Oh, so Tony
he's-
Soprano guy.
he was a
I
mooch. Yeah. I was gonna say the one thing that kids like, the funny thing that kids like is Captain Underpants, all that shit, Dave Pilkey stuff. So all the books, the cartoons, that's the shit that's like, it's irreverent.
Yeah. We went through the
They're
Captain
bad.
Underpants books. Yeah, we
Yeah.
used to have. He blasted through those pretty good. He used to read a lot when he was young. He's not into reading now. I'm trying to get him into reading. He wants to too, but he's like, it's the internet. My attention span's blown. He's like, I don't he doesn't feel like spending a lot of time with a book.
I mean, I listen to him now. I haven't read a book.
Do you listen to him too?
Yeah.
Kevin said he
all I
listens
do.
to. Wow. Because when I read, I like to linger over a line. Sometimes I have to read a line 2 or 3 times.
well, you
But
can
with the
rewind it
talking
10
books,
seconds.
They keep whipping, huh?
You can just
Yeah, you can
rewind it.
rewind it.
I know, but it's not the same, as musing on a line in your own mind. Having to listen
Yeah.
to Garrison Keillor say it.
I have an app where I can change the voice, and so every time I do it, it's Ray Romano.
It was the best of times. It was the worst.
It was worst time.
That's my app.
Call me Ishmael.
Hey, Raj, call me Ishmael.
So that's how sometimes I used to listen to books when I would drive, like long drives.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah,
That's how I read. That's how I read her Devil in the White City.
Yeah, I should start doing that.
Yeah, I mean it's easy, but I also have now my addictions to, like, not addictions, but I have, you have your schedule of things that you listen to, right, or watch.
Yeah.
You have one of those things. For me, it's Phil Hendry. I always listen, like, every day, waiting for it to come out. And it's great. But yeah, so I have to listen to that. So I don't know. It's like when I'm in my car, I'll just listen to Howard Stern or something. See, it's easy to turn your brain off and just laugh silly stuff. So I don't listen to books in my car anymore.
I want a good daily dose. Jerry, what's your daily dose? I had a bunch during COVID, but then it's cooled off now because I have other stuff I'm busy doing, like writing instead of consuming.
Too busy. I look at a lot of people, like, live stream. People are, what people are doing. But no, yeah, I'm just too busy to make anything regular.
Yeah, you got a young child that it's hard to keep those two things going.
I used to listen to Stern every day. I used to, now I have to turn it off when I'm in the car a lot.
Right, right.
So, because the kid's in the car.
I know.
Yeah.
I used to listen to Harry Shearer's
take my mother to an appointment or something. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's always like the worst thing when my mom gets in the car. It's like, she doesn't understand all of it, but it's always like,
of course.
So, does she have a fat pussy or what? It's like, oh God. Like,
what he's doing his mother.
Oh no.
His mother.
Crashing in.
What he's doing his father
crashed on that one.
His father going down. I'm parting the hairs. His father going down on his mother. He was doing an impression of his father going down on his mother. I'm parting the hairs.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's his best bit, doing his mom and dad
Whoa.
and his like
What do you
how
mean?
shitty his childhood was.
Howard,
You're
stop it right
stupid.
now.
You
What are
idiot.
you doing? What are you doing? You're not a
is that
broadcaster.
his father? His father sounds like Jackie Mason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got a kind of a Transylvanian little thing there too.
Oh,
Very
Howard.
Eastern European.
I
Uh,
think it was actually his mom was the one that was actually going down on somebody. It was because it was
someone
her
was going
voice.
down on his mom probably.
I'm
Yeah, like
potting
go ahead,
this.
because it's He said he could probably said I couldn't imagine it.
Oh, it was his mother doing phone sex. That's what it was. It was his mother doing phone sex.
Oh,
And he said, I'm playing with myself. I'm potting this.
every time I see something, so many things make me laugh on the internet. Um, like just real shit and fake shit. Fake shit I try to not watch. You know, like
Somebody. There's a
getting
couple
better at
things.
sensing a rat, right?
There was a fake.
No. Will not tolerate fake shit.
There was a fake rapper just a couple of days ago. I forgot his dude. I think this dude actually shot somebody at one point, but he faked him getting robbed.
Yeah.
Like somebody sneaking up behind. I can find it if you want to look at it, but
No, not
it's
really.
like him and his friends sneak up, and then they pull out their guns and they shoot the guy. And the first time I saw it, I'm like, this is so fake. This is not real. He pulls his gun out before the guy like sneaks up. I'm like, he doesn't even see him. And then it got billed as like, oh, heroic rapper saves his friend. And then the next day, they were saying it was fake. I'm like, fucking.
It's like everybody's in collusion. It's like
'Cause you're an
everybody's in
actor.
collusion. It's like let us run the better story, which is that you save somebody. And then tomorrow we'll all go back and say, "Oh no, it was fake." And then by then, no one cares. You're on to the next story.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun to look at.
It's just taking bullshit and spreading it on purpose. So it's like,
Well, yeah, fake.
it's like America's Funniest Home Videos, like times a million, man. And sometimes those are fake. Sometimes you watch that and you're like,
a lot of times they were fake.
that dog's overtrained or that kid's being abused, doesn't want to be doing. There's always thought about stuff like that when I watch those videos.
Do you think a lot of the dads wore a cup and then just waited until that golden shot where they took it in the nuts?
Yes.
Or had numbnuts, daddy numbnuts.
Yeah, or didn't wear a cup. Just
I mean, I think that was probably because it was the kid playing baseball, so it could be the dad being like, "This is my kid's first playing baseball," right? Or do you think it's a setup? Like he worked on it.
A lot of those were setups.
Made the baby like learn how to hit.
baby's first pitch.
Take
It
swing lessons.
took like 125 tries for baby's first pitch to get it right.
Taking baby
guys,
to the batting cage.
Be able to hit this ball into my nuts. Taking you to batting cages. I'm taking you to a pitching coach. There used to be a pitching coach in the Cubs back in '79. And then you're going to hit me from 40 feet away. You're going to hit a ball right in my nuts. So that's what you get. You get the guy, and the guy got paid off. The guy probably won the $10,000 or whatever they used to give away.
Right?
Like some horse shit.
I've been in a studio where like that is horrible. They used to tape that over at Sony, and
What?
they just the America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, they.
If you think about it, yeah, if you think about it, they just got to herd all those people in there for them to watch fucking those videos up on a monitor, and the host is to come out every once in a while. So when I saw it, they did like 1 million episodes of those things, and they fucking keep those people there as long as they can.
I mean, Sony. They did Jeopardy at Sony, right? So they probably got a ton of overflow from Jeopardy.
No, they get people from like in Hollywood. They're walking around Hollywood.
Buses. Yeah, like the touristy things. Like
and they don't know what show they're going to.
they used to hand out tickets at the mall. Remember?
Really?
Yeah, they used to. Yeah.
They used to hand out tickets to the mall. Here, go see
Yeah.
whatever the fuck was going on back then.
Well, when you do a sitcom, it's like when the audiences, and people don't know that the audiences are like, and it's usually a very now it's less and less a percentage of tourists. It used to be all tourists, and that was great. And then you get like a real like representation of an audience. Now it's like a lot of halfway house people, just anybody they can get to fill the audience. A lot of paid people, so a lot of people homeless people live on the street. Those are primarily your audiences for things.
Homeless people? No.
Yeah. You watch The Price is Right? It's all fucking.
No, not that. The Diddy trial, yeah, but not the My Dear Price is Right. The Diddy trial was like homeless people with T-shirts and shit. Free Diddy, you motherfuckers.
Price is Right. What's the Let's Make a Deal? It's all fucking street people. I'm sorry to tell you.
Where'd the street people get all those?
I actually went to see a taping. I tried to get on, and then someone recognized me. Was like, no. Like I probably wore dark glasses and a fishing hat or something. They're like, no, man.
To get on
Price. I played it straight up. I wrote just like I love the show, an interesting story. I don't know. Probably thought of something funny that would happen. And then they're like, no, man, it's all right. But you can go see the show. I was like, okay, good. And then I think a UCBer got selected to roll the wheel. It was a few of us from UCB. That's what it was.
Really?
Yeah, we went as a group.
Oh, that's Price is Right. Okay, yeah.
That's the Price is Right. But the Price is Right is at studio in Hollywood, CBS. We go back to Jeopardy. Is up there in Sony.
Yeah, I used to do the Martin Short show there, and then it was all still there.
Depressing.
And then what?
What's that?
It was depressing. You had to go there and have meetings at like 3 p.m. It's like, God damn it, fucking hour and a half to get here.
You see all those people lined up out in the front for The Price is Right and for Let's Make a Deal, and they'd be out there, man. It's so hot too, man, and like in the summer, there's people fucking standing out there.
They put a tent out there, but then people started having sex underneath it. The homeless people were having that problem, so now they had to take out the tent and hand it. Everybody got hats. So anybody didn't have a hat, they got a hat. That's how they kind of fixed that problem. But before that, underneath the tent, guys were selling sexual favors and things like that. Speaking of things, you shouldn't let your children watch this podcast.
Oh no, heavens no, we don't. Yeah.
No,
heavens no.
Oh, even though you are on at 10 in the morning.
yeah. We should be late night, to be honest.
I know.
We probably would get a lot of people to watch.
They can watch it late whenever they want. They just hit click.
That's true.
These things replay.
Yeah, but they could comment and like tell us what to say. It's like shut up, stop talking about that.
Or hey, you guys are wearing too many hats. It looks like a truckers' convention.
Yeah. Did you take off your hat because I was wearing a hat?
I did. I took off my hat because I think it's better to go without a hat. Usually if I wear a hat, it's for a reason. Like I didn't take a bath or something.
Well, I'm in like 100-degree weather.
When it's hot out, you get used to wearing a hat because you just want to shield. Like you said, they should distribute a hat to everybody. Really?
I mean, that's what
It's hot.
That's the one purpose it was made for, is to block the sun out of your face.
Yeah.
So let's go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Were you trying to answer something? What happened?
We had a subject there for a second.
People like to hear about behind the scenes. If you know, we like
Who's
talking
got the
about
TV
it. Just
playing?
keep it
Who's
in my
got the TV
memory where
playing
like
in the
everything
background?
was. Huh?
Somebody's got a TV playing in the background.
That's just my reflection.
Get out of here, man.
Is that your reflection?
This is my reflection in my glasses.
Oh, I
I'm
thought I
on,
heard
I'm on the
radio
Bozo
chatter in the
computer.
background.
Clean out your ears, brother.
I like brother
Telling
after
you,
that.
I hear chatter. I hear radio chatter. The playback will decide.
I gotta see. I'm afraid like we're gonna be talking, and then I'm gonna look back on the internet and see that like Trump Trump told everybody to shut up again. told all the supporters to kiss his ass and just stop talking about that shit.
I'll
Well,
say
he
this
can't get
about the
elected
Epstein
anymore.
files.
So what does he care?
I was not on it. I was not involved. I luckily never got near these people. I know, never ever got close to something wicked like that. You know, like no one would ever like, hey, you should come to this party. You know, we're gonna. It
You
was
know
for
what?
the higher, it was for the rich people,
But-
I guess, weirdos.
But have you ever crossed paths with that guy who's in jail? He's quite old now. What's his name? Harvey?
Weinstein?
Yes, yeah. I peed
Weinstein?
next to him at the
Weinstein.
Aspen. I peed next to him at the Aspen Film Festival back in like 2002 or something like that.
And did you talk about your
I
penises?
I honestly hadn't heard. We measured penises, yeah, kind of close. Like we decided to just say it's a tie.
That sounds fishy.
The gentleman shake.
Fishy.
Yeah. And then he wrote it down in his wallet, and I'm like, that wasn't necessary. Like, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's like this.
He sounds just like Sylvester Stallone.
He does.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, Horatio, how you doing? I'm good, man. How are you? Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you too, buddy. Of course.
Mr. Weinstein. Oh wow.
That was my Weinstein interaction. I also peed next to Kid Rock once. Yeah.
And how'd that conversation go?
He's got a small to medium penis. This was not a gentleman's situation. This was a accidental peek.
Okay.
Sneak peek. I peed next to Wesley Snipe once.
It could have been he only pulled out half. You know, it could have been he just pulled out half. Some people would like to just put out 2 inches and just hang it over the metal of their zipper.
They're afraid to, expose them entire selves to the world. I never peed next to anyone, but one time I was waiting for the bathroom at a party, and finally the door opens and it's Jack Black, and it smells like shit in there. And he's walking out, and I have to go in, and he looks at me and he goes, "Enjoy."
I gotta tell my kid that one. He'd love that one.
Enjoy. I swear to God, that's what he said. I knew him from Tenacious D. He hadn't done it.
Oh, so he's just a guy there. That's great.
You know, the best. I don't do this on purpose. It's an accident, but you know, when you're trudging up to like the Hollywood Bowl or something, you know, everyone's in a line going up the stairs. So I farted on accident, and it's like, oh, that's not going to be good because my stomach hurt. And it's just like 1, 2, 3. Oh my God!
Dusted.
Oh my God! I did not laugh at that.
One time I was I swear to God, I was at the Metropolitan Museum of Art with my son, very small son. He was probably maybe 3 or 4. He was just yay high. And we're in a crowded elevator, and he does the tug on the arm. Dad. I look down at him, and he goes, sniff. And right then, it hit, and it was our floor. It opened, and I just got out of there. The rest of them had to either take the ride or get off on a floor that wasn't theirs.
You just hotbox those people.
Yeah,
He did, and he just laid that fucking
left.
one-worder on me.
No one's
Dad,
gonna blame a
Sniff.
kid. Of course, you're gonna blame you.
it twerked me. It was the child, but I do take the brunt. Yeah, I take the blame. It was my kid. He smoked him. He smoked him good.
I've done that unfortunately, I've done that at many places, but one I remembered, and I think I posted about it, was when I did that at a 7-Eleven, at Starbucks. I think maybe
What?
you did Starbucks.
Shit it out of it or
take a
farted?
shit at Starbucks. Listen, I'm not trying to take a shit at Starbucks.
It happens
It
all
happens,
the time at
though.
Starbucks. It happens all the time. People are drinking coffee. It happens all the time.
So
I go to Starbucks to shit.
one was
That's what
fucking,
Barnes and
yeah.
Noble is
Sometimes it's
for.
like you got the cloud of someone else's shit still there, then you add to it. So Jerry
That-
just took a shit.
I don't like
Left
that.
the fucking a lot of fecal matter in the air. Then I go in there, I take a shit and pop a lot of fecal matter all over the place.
That I don't like. That I don't like. I don't like mixing my smell, my shit smell with somebody else's shit smell. I don't like that.
No, that's the worst. That's the worst.
Get out of here.
One time I went to take, I had to take an emergency shit at the Barnes and Noble. Remember in Chelsea, that one? And
Oh, that was the only place
yeah.
to shit in Midtown.
well, it was a double flush situation, and I made the mistake of flushing it while I was sitting down, and that was a tornado, man. It was a cyclone of business.
Oh no!
Going in all directions. It was a bath. It was an ass bath that you didn't want.
Oh my
It was
god!
awful.
Did you ask for a plunger?
No, I just had to wash. I had to.
I'll get it,
wash up.
ma'am.
I had to fucking take a sponge bath.
It's my ass, my problem. Give me the plunger.
I just
mop
wasn't
all
thinking,
this
you know?
shit out of here.
I
You
wasn't thinking.
motherfucker! I'm a human being.
That's right, folks. Welcome back to Poop Talk. We
Sorry. Wasn't cooking, but once in a while. We don't go down that road very often.
but when we do, we do it right
Oh my God,
here
you
on
guys,
Poop Talk.
I gotta cool it. Oh no! Look at this. It's gonna blow up.
Oh, yeah. It's a pregnant Pepsi.
Oh man, you gonna open it live
Get
and see
away
what
from the
happens?
computer.
See,
No, when
make-
I open
might-
it might explode.
Yeah, blow your head off.
That's how Hemingway died. Open up an old can of Coke, blew his head off.
There was a can of Ballantine ale that had stayed in the hold of a ship for too long. And he opened it, it killed him and some Spanish painter. No. Well, now that feels like a premise now all of a sudden.
Well, now I have to leave it a little far away from me and remember to take it in, or else it'll blow up.
How did Hemingway die? Let me guess. Alcohol.
He killed
Probably
himself.
alcohol-related, self-inflicted shotgun wound.
No, I think he had cancer and he was a goner. So, you get a mulligan on that.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. Something like that. I think he was a goner anyway. And he just didn't want to go through the death throes.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what he was up
he-
to when he was dying, but I know that he loved to party and obviously
Yeah. I think he pulled
Yeah.
a Hunter
had a
Thompson.
great life, large life.
Hemingway. You ever hear that story Orson Welles tells about him and Hemingway? they met. They became good friends, but when they first met, they fought. Hemingway brought Orson Welles in to do some narration for something, for some film, movie, or something. So he's looking at the movie in the projection booth or something, and Hemingway makes some comment about him being effeminate, and so he starts talking gay. He starts gaying it up, and Hemingway gets so they start throwing blows. So now there's these two guys, and their the shadow of them trading below ineffectual blows. He said was then projected against the screen. um, it didn't go. So they became friends after that. Then they had a good laugh. Just like
And then,
in the
of course, we
movies.
became friends, the best of friends. That's how me and
And then we
Horatio
became
met. So me and Horatio
very
met.
close.
Fucking just started punching each other.
Yeah, he was doing a voiceover for I don't know what. Some scene I was doing at Second City. And yeah, we came to blows.
In the booth.
Now it's the
right?
beginning. What ended up being a wonderful friendship. It's still just as special as it was the day it started.
But it all
My-
started with a big misunderstanding.
When I first met my buddy Beowulf,
Hemingway said, "I see. I told Jerry it's too effeminate. He was doing like a Michael Jackson thing, and I was like, back then you could say gay, you could give a notice. Hey, that's a little gay.
but that was Jerry's persona back then. He had the high Michael Jackson voice affected. That was just it. He was like,
He's
"This
got
is
a
just me.
professional
You
level
guys have to
voice.
live with me. People
I was
change.
just doing that at that time. I was just
People,
just
People
walking around
change.
like that
Michael
all the
stuff
time.
was hot. Everyone had to do Michael. You were
Yeah.
leading the way, but everyone was doing Michael.
I was trying to find myself, And I just wore that for a while. I just like, hey, what's
Right.
up, everybody? Stop it, man. Fucking stop. What? Stop what?
Ali had his top hat. You had that.
Yeah. I'm just
What is
talking
Ali
like
going to
this.
stop wearing? Do you think Ali's going to stop wearing a top hat?
I don't know.
Like
He can
it'll
do
come
whatever he
back.
wants.
I think if he hits his head on something, he'll become that character again.
The top hat
Like
character.
what was the Batman
Yeah.
character? The
But
King Tut.
But it has to be a cane. Someone's got to.
Was he always getting kabonged back in and out of character?
Yeah, he'd get hit in the
That's
head,
the
and
men's game.
he'd wake up with the character.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's like he must be right.
No, he's a new character now.
That's a good excuse for crime. I got hit on the head, man.
Yeah.
I wake up as this dude. What dude that takes
People try
takes
it.
your food?
People try actually still do this. I was really drunk and I don't remember anything.
Right.
So,
yeah,
Like
me
expecting
too.
they'll be like, "Oh yeah,
No, you
okay,
don't- you
you're a
don't
different
remember.
situation. Let's maybe manslaughter you here. Get this guy out of his cups and let him go home for a week."
He didn't
No,
remember.
no.
He didn't remember. He's just drunk.
That's what they did for Nick Cage in that movie I watched this morning. In the first 5 minutes of the movie, he bashes someone, and they have to show the guy's brain spilling out. Manslaughter. Because the other guy attacked him. The other guy said, "I'm going to kill you." He brandished a knife, and it was a brutal murder,
Oh,
but it
well.
was still manslaughter.
Is this a fairly new movie, like maybe 3 years ago?
Wild at
Uh,
Heart. A different one.
Sorry, no. I just saw Nicolas Cage in one of those revenge movies, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Taken. All those old guys are doing Taken. Almost.
Oh, it's Taken. Oh, what did they take his pet?
It's
I
like a
saw
B
listing
movie
for
now.
that.
They're like B movies, because they're
Did they
older. They
steal
don't
his
really
pig?
need that much money.
They stole his truffle sniffing pig. I saw the listing for that.
Yeah.
It came up. Yeah, it kind of was one of those things
It's
that
like a-
pops up, and you're like, "This is probably weird and funny,"
Yeah.
and it's just
Yeah.
But it's
it's
not.
just someone going through the motions more than anything, and that's like not fun. And then you get the same cliches. Super cliches are always like around, and you're like, "Yeah, God, I saw this shit in the '80s." Like, oh, And then you look up the director, and he's like my age or 60. Like he's directed movies that he liked. So yeah, I mean it's a tough biz. Um, I've moved
So
over.
that's
All
how
right,
that goes.
Raj, that's the next Chiron. Tough biz.
It's a
We
tough
had poop.
business.
We had poop talk. I think the next one
It's
is tough biz. Tough biz, folks.
it's gonna eat everybody up. You know,
Well, we started with the minstrel shows, which goes to
it
show it's
killed the
tough
minstrel
biz.
shows. Died. Comics died. No, comics are still alive, I guess.
Well,
Alive and well.
improv died, sketch died, stand up had its flourish in the '80s, and then kind of sort of died. They don't die. Like I've said in the past, when an art form dies, you have more of it than ever. It's just its peak is in the past. Like rock and roll has peaked. It's over. That ship has sailed. You can still do it.
And
There's still plenty of bands around. Improv had its day. COVID
the,
after COVID and
dude,
the symbolic and the literal and symbolic selling of IO and Second City and UCB, all within months of each other, was really a big symbol of the sort of end of the sketch improv era.
What are you gonna do?
it's weird. I don't know. Like you need rebels. You need rebels to
Tough
shake it up and be like,
biz.
this isn't good. There's got to be one place where all the good people go. And UCB doesn't. It's not guaranteed. Like maybe it was. It was more of a. It was more of a thing you could get into. Now I don't know. You tell me that the teaching's different and their upbringing's different. They were taught to be patient and polite. Polite. The worst thing is you can do as an improviser be
No.
polite.
The oral tradition is over. You can read about it in books, but orally, you're going to get it only in pockets. Maybe a teacher here and there, but as far as really a philosophy, the schools have really backed off on that. And what you get is in New York is the same kind of improv education you're going to get in North Carolina or maybe Miami or Seattle. You just got to get a good person. You got to get a good teacher, but you're not going to find that new institution that's doing something really interesting is yet to really come up. I think there is interesting stuff going on in Chicago, and there has to be interesting things happening in New York. It's just not at the places it was 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of new places here in Chicago. My kid's taking this camp, and they were doing improv the other day, and the teacher was talking to me, and they're doing the stuff that they always have done, in the classes and stuff, So here in Second City, I don't think Second City is going to change that much, no.
Hopefully
That's
not.
not a
Yeah.
well. They're not a
That's
real
kind of a
improv
different.
theater. They're a sketch theater.
Yeah, and I mean they teach improv, but it's so much of it is like I mean, by the time that like me and Horatio went through there, you almost had to have come from somewhere else before you got there. Like nobody started out there. They all did something.
Yeah, I took
else,
classes. I took classes down the street on Lincoln with the whatever Players Workshop. When
Forsberg.
I was like 16.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a teen. It was a teen program.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Players the iconic improv incubator in Chicago, where a lot of
That's
decent
what
improvisers
that
would
led
start
to
there?
Second City. I think there's a direct connection
Yeah.
to that in Second City.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Or Second City maybe became a little busy. Maybe they probably just like if you're gonna be
Well,
like completely brand new, go to this. Like
yeah,
the old
for
days.
a time they would do that. They would start
Yeah.
people out there, and that was kind of their agreement because they had come from their whole philosophy from starting the training center had come from Players Workshop or whatever it's called, right?
I'd almost forgotten that I took that summer program, but yeah, I mean I was familiar. And then a couple years later, I would go see it. I'd go see Improv Olympic. I figured I found them somehow. And this is a cool thing because it wasn't my brothers. It wasn't an influence of my brothers. This is my own thing. Which made it easy because then I could be silly and not be made fun of.
Yep. Well,
You
I feel
know,
like I don't know what's just the nature of it. Like, they have classes, people take classes there, but if you want to work there, you've got to get some stage experience somewhere else. It's not going to be enough
Or
just
you
to
can
take
be a
classes there.
natural,
yeah.
unless you're a natural, and once in a while one of those will come around.
I mean, I didn't do anything else, but I was like doing stuff in Detroit. I was doing something. You know what I mean? Like, but I was just doing sketch with my friends, and then I went in there.
Yeah,
Walked
that's
in
why you never
audition.
play Zip Zap Zup, because you're like, I never learned it as a
Well, it's stupid.
improviser.
I stopped doing that stupid shit to me. It was like zip.
Oh yeah.
And
I
that's,
became the rebel that would like, I don't do that, please. like, I
please let's
pulled that
not.
move a couple times, like just hung over it backstage, like I don't do that, please.
That's what
Thank you.
Let's warm up,
That's
guys.
what Polar calls that too cool for school. The one guy
Yeah.
who doesn't want to play in the pattern game.
Nope.
Well, yeah, Roger's that way in ASCAT. He used to go backstage and eat seeds during the monologue. Everybody else had to sit on stage and listen. And Roger's
they stopped.
like, flip this. I'm eating my seeds.
Well, they stopped doing that. They stopped having everybody on stage, right? For the
think so.
monologue. Oh, for the monologue. No. Yes, right. They
No,
would
I'm
do-
not.
Yeah. You
No,
gotta
he'd be there for
that.
the intro. He'd do the intro, but then he'd split during the monologue.
During the
and
monologue.
feed
It
on
started because some
sunflower
asshole
seeds.
started telling the same stories. Like they asked him to come back, and he told the same fucking stories. Like, I'm gonna go take,
I
I'm gonna go
remember
have a
that.
fucking slice of pizza.
Ah.
Or if it's nonsense, it's like, okay, I'm listening for words, especially now that the last few years we had the monitor. But I'm listening for words and stories, and I'm just sitting in the darkness resting. I don't need to be awkward on stage right now. That was, we were talking yesterday about with Kevin, where Kevin was mad that Billy Merritt always sits in scenes. He's like, he's always sitting. Like,
It's
fat
such
people
a
shouldn't be
great
sitting. They should be exercising.
I said, its back hurts.
That's what's hard about improvisation. And especially when you're improvising with somebody, the same people all the time, is that some people get comfortable with shit, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit down right now.
That's when you start calling it out in the scene.
Then it becomes you're doing moves just to make improvisers laugh sometimes, where it's just like,
just to goof with them. Yeah.
you know this old gem, and then you like, everybody. I saw this a zillion times, and I was like, I might as well. Is the X-ray up on the thing? You can probably do the X-ray going up on the doctor who has the X-ray. Delaney, I'm sure you've done that a few thousand times.
Oh, when you go downstage and put the X-rays up and show them right where the tumor is, that move.
Well, yeah, even that's true, but even Lester is just the thing of where you click it into place.
Yeah, sure.
You may have made a whole 3-course meal out of it, but most of us just was like took the X-ray.
Yeah, when I was younger,
put it up.
When I was in my 20s, I would have made a small meal of it.
Mr. Walsh, there's a guitar up your ass. Oh, what?
You can see here it's tuned to F.
How can you tell that? Anyway,
you know what move I used to
there.
like to do that I didn't know no one understood what I was doing. I used to go downstage and look out the window and move the Venetian blind like that. Shing.
Yeah, like this.
And I don't think I think like one person knew what I was doing.
Huh?
Shing.
My son asked me the other day. He said, "What if you're on stage and you say something and nobody laughs?" And I was like, "That, my friend, is the eternal question."
Well, if you're a
that is the Darth Vader that you will battle for the rest of your life.
That is the question. I send you up to the mountain to find out the answer. Now go.
You need to have tools to fight it.
I say this. I say you can only die in short form. You can't die in long form. If a laugh doesn't come in long form, no laugh, no problem. But if it's your act, if you're a stand-up and the laughs don't come, then that's a death. Now you can die in the Harold,
Yeah,
but it's a collective death.
you can die in
You're doing
anything.
it together.
Yeah.
It's a comfortable death because you're doing it with all your friends. You're all sinking together slowly in a lifeboat, being like, "Hey, we're all doomed, aren't we?" Yes, we are, and we all pleasantly drift off. Um, yeah, in long form, no laugh, no problem. But tell tell people
Last
that.
show I saw was I went to go see Swartzen, and I was flying
Yeah,
into town, and he was playing out there in the suburbs. The place will come to me in a minute, but he's playing near the airport. So I guess they get a lot of business traffic from buildings there.
Where's near what airport? What city? Oh, perfect timing.
it's always a cliffhanger. Are we talking
I'm all
California?
fucking confused. It's an O'Hare
No, he's back.
Airport.
He's back.
Oh, hey, oh,
Oh,
okay,
Harry.
yeah. Oh,
I drive,
so
so I
uh-huh.
get there, and he's like, and then Nunez is like, hey, let's go see a show. So we kind of just eat over there and then hang out there for a while. We go see it, and at first, and it's very like, it's not Chicago. You got to keep in mind, it's not Chicago. It's like an hour away, 45 minutes away. So it's a different crowd. And the one guy was like, hey, I'm Muslim from New York. Perfectly fine. But you could tell the audience was like, no. You're from New York. You're a fucking rapist.
from New York.
Two, you're a
No.
Muslim. No. So the guy, got, he's a professional. He got a few jokes, but it was like, you could tell the crowd was like, nah.
Yeah.
But of course, when Schwartzen came out, he fucking murdered. Schwartzen's a professional and makes fun of people about that, and they love it. But, someone needs to be, maybe that's his, maybe he likes it. Maybe he likes, like, this is a good challenge for me. And this is
Well,
my
Well, like you said,
And you're
Schwarzenegger-
getting paid.
Now he's got something to climb.
Yeah, I
And
think
he's
a
getting
lot
paid.
comics know how to they know how to
Use
work that.
that.
They know how to get over that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Schwartz is good at that.
Too.
We are talking Schwartz. This is Ben Schwartz we're talking about. Are we?
Nick Swartzen, he's saying.
I thought he said Swartzen, but then I heard Schwartz. Swartzen is great, but I don't know him.
So Schwartzen.
I thought
Schwartzman.
he said Schwartz.
Schwartzman's great too.
He said Ben Schwartz.
Schwartz is great as well. Yes, Benny Schwartz, but that's not who we're talking about.
But he's
Nick
not Muslim.
Swartzen. He's Nick
Jewish.
Swartzen's really good. Like he can just go on stage and tell a story, but he's like been on
He's a
stage for the
professional.
last 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
he just knows how to
exactly.
do
No,
it.
I've seen his some TV stuff, and it's funny.
Yeah, Horatio
But-
wrote for his show,
Oh,
I did.
Pretend Time.
oh wow, good show.
You must know that.
hmm It's in there somewhere, yeah,
It's back there. Yeah.
yeah. What's
So it
that
was
show
fun.
you had, Raj, where you had that wrestler character? What was that wrestler character?
Espanto.
hmm What was his game? Cliffhanger. We'll never know. Tune in next week to find out what Espanto's game was. Was he a good guy or a bad guy? Tune in next Thursday at somewhere around 10 o'clock.
I don't think I ever had a
Raj,
wrestling.
you're back.
I don't think I ever had a wrestling character.
Well, I was a fake wrestling announcer, and I had the time of my life in the show Pile Driver. I got to be
Oh, Pile Driver.
my
Yeah,
dream-
yeah.
My dream come true to be a wrestling announcer, but it was all this comedy shit. It was amazing. It was Billy's show, and I completely horned my way into it.
That was a
And,
good show.
I thought so. Yeah. Did you do a bit in that, Jerry? Did you come and be a guest wrestler or a
don't
guest
think I-
announcer?
I don't think so. I don't
You
think
would have
so.
been a good announcer. because you don't
I
want
don't
to
think
break
I
a
ever
sweat.
did. I don't think I ever did that.
That's what Riggle told me after the fact, because Riggle played this great character, the Reaper, and he said, "All right, I'll do the show, but two things: I'm not going to break a sweat, and I can't remember what the other one was. The other one I remember is I don't want to have to break a sweat." So he had telepathy. That was his thing. When Riggle, and Riggle, of course, is the most powerful man in the building, but he didn't have to touch anybody because he had telekinetic powers.
Lazy.
He would do this. He would do this monologue every day, every show, where he'd come out and he'd be like, "To my sons, to my two sons, shit stain and shithead. I don't love you. I never loved you." Of course, I can't do the Riggle. Not even close. Wait, Raj, we lost you.
No, he's there.
Horatio, no,
Oh
he's
no, I can't
speaking.
hear
We
him.
can't hear his words.
he just
He's
he just moved his
underwater.
mouth.
You hit mute, baby. See, sometimes I'll hit mute on a cough, and then no one hears me for like 20 minutes because I'm too baked to realize it. I've left my. People have to phone in. Friends have to call and be like, "Dude, we can't hear you. Your mic is off." Like, "Oh, sorry." Put it back on. Roger's got to reload.
I saw somebody sent me a really funny picture of it's Trump. It's one of those things. It's a portrait, but when you look like at the details, it's little picture. It's a picture of Trump made up of little pictures of Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Fascinating. So it's like, I get it. I always liked that meme of, I thought it was quite amazing the first time I saw it when someone took Trump's signature and turned it into a little Klan party, a little
There you go.
KK. You just fill in the eyes.
What, a Klan? Oh, turn it into like a Ku Klux Klan, like
Yeah, because of his dumbass signature.
oh yeah, because he
Is
does the thing.
easily converted into a little clan gathering.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you left us on a cliffhanger.
About what?
It was a second cliffhanger. I can't remember. We got ourselves an echo. Looks like we got ourselves a convoy.
You like that song?
In the 1970s, I liked the song Convoy. I was powerless, you know. When you're a child, you just take what's handed to you in a way.
You like trucker music, did you?
I
like trucker music, did you?
I did not, but I listened to Convoy. It was a silly song, and it had a bad made-for-TV movie attached to it.
Oh, terrible. No, I was really into it. My dad bought a CB.
Mm-hmm.
Citizen
Mine
Band
too.
Radio. And then I had another friend whose dad was way crazy.
What was your dad's handle? I'm sorry. What was your dad's handle?
Cool Breeze.
Cool Breeze. My dad was the Silver Bullet.
Talking to me, I didn't know. I was like,
cliche.
Dad, like, why did men find it necessary to talk to serial murderers and fucking weirdos like truckers? Like, what? Why did that?
Yeah.
How did that culture become a part of?
It was a fad.
pop culture.
My dad liked it because it was a. Get this, because my parents got divorced. So when he came to pick up the kids on Wednesday nights, because he had visitation on Wednesday nights, he had a PA in with his CB. Came with a PA, or he put it in, so he could just go, "All right, kids, come on up." So he didn't have to go up and knock on the door. He'd call us out with his PA.
That's the best. Yeah. That's the best 70s, 80s divorced dad story ever.
Hey, Raj, turn down your TV. Turn got a caller, but we got to have him turn down his radio. Caller, his name is H. Sands from Las Vegas.
You know what I can do? Oh no, I can't. I thought I could just.
I think Raj just passed. No, he didn't pass out. He ran out of Diet Coke. Yeah, the old PA. I never saw my dad never needed the PA. I know when he needed the PA. Instead of like taking us to an amusement park, we would go to like some cold, chilly beach in New Hampshire where they invented Morse code. And he'd like we were supposed to go run around and whatever. There was a pavilion. And then after about 25 minutes, he'd be like, "All right, bring her in." He saw himself like, the Sound of Music, the Von Trapp, that family. He kind of saw himself as like that. Well, he wanted to be like that. He really wanted to be the captain of this corps of children.
Leading the train.
Yep, he'd make us stand up according to height and age. Stand in a line and do his kind of version of inspection. Like if he was going to dole out new bedtimes, he'd make us all line up. And if they're going to dole out allowances, he couldn't just come over and say, "Hey, Mike, here's your allowance." We had to fucking line up.
That's very funny.
According to height.
I don't think we can get Horatio back.
If you got 4 kids, how can you resist from lining them up,
Yeah, I mean, you're lucky you didn't get a Three Stooges slap, because that's what I would have like. A rap.
I'm gonna sign sign back up, sign in and out.
Yeah.
Maybe we should wrap up soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting. Yeah, I gotta get going.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. We'll give him a chance to come back. We'll do a good night.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Unless you got to split. He said he was going to reboot.
We'll do good nights.
Now, your parents, though, stayed together until you were an adult, did they not?
No. My stepmother and my dad have been together since I can remember, but no.
Oh,
my mom
okay.
never divorced too. Yeah. So, but yeah, my dad would come pick me up, but then I had a stepmom there for as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My dad remarried when we were pre-teens. Probably my brother was a teen by then. So that didn't go well. She didn't stand a chance. Martha.
Yeah, I mean, when I got to be a teenager, even when I grew up with my stepmom as being my other mom, but when I got to be a teenager, I still had an attitude, and then came back around.
The poor Martha, she didn't want kids. She never wanted kids. And all of a sudden, she's got a husband with 4 kids. But we were old enough that we were just like temporary annoying guests once in a while.
Yeah, if you're preteen, yeah. No, I was so young, I don't even remember.
But she would try to get us to eat things, and I was a famous pancake eater, and she tried to get me to eat buckwheat pancakes, and there was no way that was going to happen. Susan Maderos came over with buckwheat pancakes, and so and it was the worst thing I've ever tried in my life. The only worst thing I've had is kasha vernishka, and boy, no way. Not playing that game. None of us would roll that way of being forced to eat something.
The buckwheat pancakes, so it tastes like I don't know, hay.
Awful. Yeah. Yes, it is like hay. Where the texture's great, but it's like, ooh, this is hay. No, the texture wasn't great. Now that I think of it, it was mealy.
No, it's not.
And as soon as you put syrup on, it just all kind of collapses.
Yeah, it just goes. It's just
like styrofoam in a microwave oven. So I'm like, this is a disaster. None of us are eating this shit. But I had announced how much I love pancakes. So now the spotlight's on me to eat Susan Maderos' fucking horrible pancake mix. It was Cape Cod. They were very granola crunchy.
Yeah.
Whenever we went to the friend's house behind the behind the corner, when we had her snacks, it's like, this doesn't taste like anything I'm used to. It was all super like super granola crunchy, as people say. There's a big sect of that on Cape Cod.
I have a friend who watches us sometimes, and he lives on the Cape. I'm talking to him. Every time I mention him,
Really?
he calls me. Yeah, yeah,
Wow, we're on the
yeah.
Cape.
I think he's still in Hyannis.
Yes. Well, we were Falmouth. My family lived in Falmouth. We had a little house in Falmouth.
Yep.
And my grandparents lived there, which is right close to Hyannis. Everybody would run into Hyannis to do
It is.
business.
I'd go to Falmouth. When I was there, I'd go to Falmouth and play basketball. Love playing basketball all over Massachusetts. Played in
Great.
Falmouth. What was that? I think Falmouth was where there was a little community center court I was playing at. It might have been in Hyannis.
But now that I'm older, I'm much more interested in Outer Cape. And Outer Cape are those Cape towns where they have bay on one side and ocean on the other. Right up P Town, Truro, Wealthy, those towns. Where you can walk across, you can walk from sea to bay in a day. Sometimes in a couple minutes.
You know what I found in being in a place like that in North Carolina, and it might not be like that in Massachusetts in the summer, but it was murder. And I live on the coast now, and it's bad, but it's not this bad. But it was murder as far as the moisture in your house when it's on both sides of you.
It's horror. Because you just can't have things like videotapes. You can't own things like that.
Electronics.
No.
I mean, now where I live now, it's electronics. TV is not that bad, stuff like that. But washer and dryer, that stuff's not going to last more than a couple of years.
Forget it.
Refrigerator.
Yeah. Everything
rusts. Yeah, everything rusts.
But that's part of Cape Cod living, It's very rustic living.
Yeah.
And the furniture's always damp. Everything's damp. Just damp.
Oh, man. I was doing Eastbound and Down in North Carolina, and they would put me in a fucking worst hotel room. There was one hotel room that was on one side that was on the peninsula, like the bay, and there was another wing of the hotel that wasn't. That was nice.
That's authentic Eastbound and Down living. That's research there.
Every night, room soaked. I was called out. I'm like, my room is soaked, man. Like, it's just soaked in here. Like,
that's my room now. We live on the Long Island Sound. It's like that when I get into bed. It's like, it feels like somebody spritzed my fucking sheets.
Yeah, yeah. They say turn on your air conditioner. I'm like, that doesn't help.
It does help. At least it's cold.
At
least now it's not hot, clammy.
Cold. Right now it's cold.
Wet.
Cold,
It's a
cold, wet bed.
Blanket. But when I go to bed, it's like, this is nastily hot. But then by the middle of the night, I need the blanket. Yeah, the cold gets in your bones. The moisture.
What's up, gentlemen? My computer was burning up.
Oh, you sound good now.
I'm on just my phone.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Maybe you should cast from your phone.
We try it, and then something goes wrong.
Yes, we try. That's what Truman Capote said. We try, and we try something else.
I think if this phone, if you're honestly saying that this phone sounds better than my fucking $1,000 computer and $200 camera.
Yes, Truman. Raj, tell us about what Truman. Tell us about what Truman.
Extremely annoying.
When he's on the talk show and he told that story about the snake.
Yeah, his last book was these short stories, and one of them was about a town where everybody in town was getting murdered by a freak who would send them a coffin. And so, so then he goes into it, and then when you look it up, it's like that's not, he's making shit up, Like one guy, and Johnny Carson is like, well, it was a very harrowing story in your new book. And he's like, They put snakes in the car. Poisonous. Cobras and rattlesnakes. The man came into his car. It was eaten alive. it turned into, it turned into Dr. Frankenstein. Oh, but yeah, and so I read that book when I was in my 20s, early 20s, and I always thought it was like this is fascinating, because he wrote it in cold blood, and that was a true thing.
It was,
So
yeah.
I thought I thought this was going to be more, but then he's like, you watch all these shows, and he's just drunk and doesn't want to do it, and like procrastinates and just like makes shit up. And he
Sort
starts
of a
making shit up because he's
Stephen
just like,
King.
I don't want to do the work, man. I don't want to do all the fucking shit that you have to do to write a good book. I just want to get drunk with these rich ladies. Mm-hmm.
You know, there
And,
was
and
a
so yeah.
there was a cult that was like that was attacking people with poisonous snakes. They would put rattlesnakes in people's mailboxes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Were
sure
they?
people send them in the mail.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
One time I got mad at you, Delaney, and I sent you a cobra. When I was in SNL and I was making a movie, I had a lot of money at the time. And I was like, I'm going to
I
kill
remember
that
that.
guy.
I know. I felt
Was
bad for
it
the cobra
you?
when it came. It was just by
It's
then it was
dead.
really decomposed because the USPS
Yeah.
could take a while. It got
That was that
it
weird
took a while
strike
on
at
the shelf.
UPS that delayed every package.
No,
Remember
no
that?
pun intended on the strike, like a snake striking.
Exactly, not intended. But
So,
No, you
yeah,
did
that
send
was
me
so
something
Truman
weird
Capote
once. I can't remember what it
was
was.
it's a sad story because whatever, but I'm sure he had a fun time in his life.
I
Uh,
did get something out of the blue from you once, Raj. It was you sent away to eBay, and you must have clicked my address by accident. I think it was, or I just ended up with it somehow. It was an autographed picture of Woody Allen, little 5x7.
yeah, yeah.
I still probably have it somewhere. It's probably
I
depreciated.
think it was, I think those were just fucking people at home, like fuck you, Woody Allen. Here you go. Selling them
No,
for
Woody Allen.
$20 or
I
$30.
I got a Joe DiMaggio here, $50.
I tell you
Back
that
back in those days, it wasn't like I don't know if I don't even know now if you could authenticate shit over eBay. I think they authenticate shoes as a service.
Well, I
they
told you
do.
they got a pair of autographed Michael Jordan sneakers where my son works for $4.99.
500,
Yeah.
really?
No, 499,000.
Oh, okay.
They're
Oh,
both sneakers are signed, and he wore them in an important game, some game. I think it maybe a conference championship.
I think he won it in a game 7 um, of one of the 6. Still, I guess signed. That's $500,000. I think.
Yeah, he signed both of them.
sign both shoes, huh?
Yeah,
Did he sign it like this?
that's the crowning jewel. Everything else, you know, what's he doing?
He's sign with both hands.
Oh, he's doing with both hands because because he's so proficient with the left. He signed them
Because
at the
he's the
same
greatest.
time.
He's the
Yeah, he
greatest. So
signed them.
he's learned how to do that.
My mother was left-handed, and the nuns made her switch to right, so she became ambidextrous, and she, at a time, could write with two hands at the same time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Thomas Jefferson, to go back to minstrel shows, Thomas Jefferson invented something so that when he wrote someone a letter, he had an extra copy because he invented a little pen, so it had another pen rigged up to it, so it made it. It's pretty nifty.
They did that a lot then. There's a lot of like shit like that. Yeah.
Inventing shit. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Spectacles.
a
I'll put this thing on my face, and I
right.
can read the words.
Well, now everything's a lie now. So you're like, did some fucking friend of his invent it and then he stole it and just said, I did. I mean, I write the stories. I run the newspaper. I run the biggest newspaper. Like, fuck you. I'll take it and there's nothing you can do. You're lying. Well,
Oh, he did.
I invented lightning. What? Don't say it like that.
Well, there's all the
Yeah.
stuff like, well, there's the stuff that somebody invented, but there was a whole bunch of people that did, up until they got it, but they got credited
Of
with it,
course.
you know.
Of course. And then electricity was just a novelty for the longest time. And there was a lot of guys who liked to mess with it, especially at parties. You know, his guests would come over like the zapper you see in a Frankenstein movie, the shit like that. But it was just a toy for a while until, of course, basically led to the Industrial Revolution.
From what I understand, the dude that invented, I think it's rubber, that was like a total, like, came up with the concept and then did everything he could to invent rubber. It wasn't like people were trying to come up with something and then like, oh, I got rubber. He was like, I want something that's like, can't describe it, but I want this, like, this material.
Yeah.
And he did everything he could and he came up with rubber. And he
That's
I try
tried
not to,
a bunch
I
of
try not
shit.
to say no about things, but that kind of, sometimes you just have to think like, how is one person out of a million super brilliant?
Well,
But it
that
comes from
guy,
a
Whatever.
I
rubber
think that's
plant,
the only
doesn't
thing
it?
he did, though. Like rubber, I'm like, how could you? That's
It's
really
more of a
brilliant.
but this stuff is more of discoveries than inventions. I mean, rubber comes from a rubber plant. Of course, you got to modify it. You got to turn
Oh
it into
no,
usable
but
rubber.
there was no. He made it the rubber plant. There was no. I mean, he made
What
that.
do you mean?
He made rubber a
Come
thing.
now,
Like,
Jerry. God made the rubber plant.
well, no, no, no. What I'm saying is like the use of the rubber plant was no use before he said, "Hey, I'm going to use that
Right.
plant for rubber to make
I
rubber
see.
to make this substance I'm trying to make," and he ended up making rubber.
One of the most brutal industries. They just enslaved the people down there. Anyone who refused to work got their buttocks and palms of their hands cut off
Well, that
for a
was that
start.
was that was anything
Isn't
back
that
then.
isn't that nice?
That's how things were back then, man.
Yeah, they didn't know how to like. Hey, you know what? Maybe we can pay people to do this kind of work and shit. They did that wasn't
Yeah,
even a
like
concept. It's like
1%.
What? No. It's not
Like
even
making fucking
suggested.
kids,
Like what?
making kids work 16 hours a day,
Yeah. Right. What?
and then
No. You make.
meanwhile, the
Which is really
Gilded
brutal.
Age, you see all the you see all the ridiculous opulence, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
You
people
don't
just
have
don't.
to fucking just
Disgusting.
destroy people.
Yeah, you do.
Honestly.
Like fucking people. There's some people that you just
Mhm.
they break their back to work every day, and I fucking lay down all day. It's just-
Yeah, I don't know why God made it that way, but He did. We've all been graced by the hand of God, and those people just were meant to kind of work on the
just
machines, keep things going.
just serve
And
me.
in between, they can have a little life if they want.
I didn't do
Barely
it.
though. Let's make the kids work 16 hours.
You know, barely. Yeah, not much of a life.
Well, there was a lot of orphans too, so they just like everybody was just poor little kids or fucking just saw yeah.
Just survival.
Anyway, of course, people don't talk about the meat grinder. They just talk about how good the burger is. I said
Right.
last, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
You know, you,
one
you,
cat
you,
we one guy that Jerry's
the
talking
burger.
about is George Washington Carver wanted to come up with a butter substitute, and but peanut butter doesn't quite do that. It does this other thing, like something not better or more versatile than butter necessarily, but peanut butter is its whole other thing. Now, people like say he invented the people say he invented the peanut because it was so revolutionary what he did with the peanut, and it wasn't just peanut butter. He also extracted the oils and other things.
He was hung, and the idea was stolen for a while. But
I went to George Washington Carver Middle School as a boy.
This is where I just went a couple weeks ago. I took my kid to his house is in the Henry Ford Museum, Greenfield Village. So Henry Ford has this museum in like the suburbs of Detroit that he just started. He had a bunch of shit. Like people would give him stuff. And then he started collecting things, and he collected like houses. They would have houses shipped to this museum. And so he's got a bunch of stuff like that. And he's got like now it's like a village that's set up. That's like there's stuff from turn of the century, and there's Model T shit, stuff from his stuff. But then he's also got Wilbur Wright's, their workshop, their house,
Really?
and he's got George Washington Carver's house. Yeah, and he was friends with George Washington Carver. Henry Ford was.
Where did Carver do his thing? I thought
He was old then. He was old then. What's that?
Yeah, I thought he did his thing in Georgia.
He did. They shipped his house. They picked it up and shipped it to Michigan. There's a bunch of houses
crazy.
like that. Yeah, and they have like they got like films of them, the history of how they shipped all that stuff there, and they've got people talking about it.
Wouldn't it be cool to take that house and restore it to its original location and build a museum there?
It's crazy when you go. I mean, they've got it set up to where he's got so much stuff there because they've got like some plantations where like the little parts of the museum, the outside of it are little towns, like old towns, and they've got like a little slave town or whatever, what you call it, like slave quarters, like where the slaves
Is
in
it
their school.
preserved?
It looks like it's preserved. It's the actual. They took a slave quarters that they preserved and they brought it to Michigan. They didn't take it. They don't take it apart. They bring it as is, and put it in. And they had a bunch of buildings, slave buildings that they put. And they used to. When I was a kid, they used to have a dude that was that portrayed a slave. I wanted my son to see it because I was like, I want you to see the slave. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, it's a slave. He talks to you. And there used to be a slave that talked to you. And it was always a local actor that would play the slave. And at one point in time, I knew the guy that would play the slave down there. He was like an understudy at Second City in Detroit. But now, I guess now it's not a slave. Now it's just like a person, just talking about it. But other stuff, they have like people are being like, old timey costumes, and they'll tell you the story of like, oh, this is Abraham Lincoln's chair. They do. They really do have Abraham Lincoln's chair. It has
I was going to ask.
Yeah, it has a stain in it.
Chair,
and the Kennedy car. The Kennedy car.
One of those chairs is missing. I guess it's the other one. But speaking of the Lincoln assassination, I went to Ford's Theater and saw a whole thing, and they had an actor who played the detective that night.
Oh, they do a thing of like.
So he breaks down what happened and answers
really?
questions in an old timey character voice. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Where precisely is Ford's Theater?
Ford's Theater in Washington.
It's in D.C.
DC.
Of course, Washington, naturally.
In like the basement of Ford's Theater, there's like a museum, a huge museum. I think that's where it is.
Yeah.
And it's all like they have Lincoln's top hat. They have some other cool stuff I forget, and then you can go up there and as a tourist you can do their little presentation. And you sit in the theater. You sit in the seats of Ford Theater.
Yeah.
And you're looking in. And you're looking over at the balcony. And you're like, wow, this thing is so iconic in my brain. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's what
people still jump off the balcony. You're not allowed to do that anymore.
And break your leg.
The way you used to be able to go up into the arm of the Statue of Liberty, but no mas. You could. The banister kind of got messed up, so they kind of stopped it. But they had a lot of they had guys jump off, and then he'd shoot at you. He'd shoot you too.
The animatronic Lincoln would then shoot back. Who designed that? Quentin Tarantino. That's if Tarantino was running the place. There would be a
Lincoln shoot back.
An actor come out and say,
Lincoln shoots back.
And then
they're fucking racist bastards.
That is the next Tarantino.
Fuck you.
Movie.
That's what Tarantino's Lincoln.
No, fuck you.
No.
Fuck me, fuck you.
How about we?
Are you John Wilkes Booth, you son of a bitch?
Death to you.
I've seen you in plays.
Death to tyrants. How about death to his
Jesus.
career?
I mean,
That's
I don't
right. He
want
was
to.
a
I don't want to fuck
showbiz.
any. I don't want to crash. Fuck anybody's career, but um,
John Wilkes Booth was a showbiz guy.
he was. He was a famous guy. I don't know if he was like in the top, but as far
No,
as
but he was in the
people admiring actors, he was like, yeah, he was
him and,
kind of
him and
famous.
his brother.
So
Wasn't his brother more successful? He was jealous of somebody.
His whole family was it's a family of actors.
Of
so
I
was
course,
guess
it
his
there's
father was maybe.
so that would
a
have been like so
dynasty.
so that would have been like Brad Pitt just jumping out of the jumping off the screen and killing the
Trump.
No,
Yeah,
like
it was like that.
No, Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore. She's a
Jumping in.
legacy.
Saying,
She's
yeah,
got
and running
family.
off.
Yeah.
Like, dude had a pretty good career.
he just
Hey,
he just
You
shot
know,
Trump and ran off, man.
yeah,
Everybody knows who
the
that
fucking
was. They're gonna get him.
yeah.
King of Queens guy.
Kevin James.
Kevin James killed Trump. And he's
No, he was
probably
this
like
guy.
a Trumper.
Jerry, I thought he just thought he would hide out in Texas and be a hero down there. Just be an underground hero.
Took him a
So
while.
it was shocking thing.
He broke the leg. That was it. That was the
Broke his
fateful
leg.
legs.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
he
the
went to-
Deus Ex Machina, like the bad guy at the end of No Country for Old Men. You know.
And what was the
Shagur.
and what's the deal with the Mud, Dr. Mudd? He helped his leg, and then he got executed too. Was that the deal?
Dr. Mudd?
Yeah.
In what? In which?
Mudd was imprisoned like for like 20 years or something.
Oh, he went to prison.
I don't
Yeah,
think, I don't think they killed him.
Oh, as in your name is Mud. That's how that expression came about. My name is
Yes.
Mud.
Oh, really?
Mudd. It's not
Yeah.
mud in the earth. It's that guy's rep was ruined.
Because he
gave comfort. He gave comfort to the enemy. But that's the
It's
Hippocratic
Oath. You gotta
Capote
fix
speaks
him
and
up.
said, "No, gentlemen, the oath."
Bo,
Yeah.
that's why you listen. That's why you watch this. This isn't just laughs.
educational.
It's educational. Yeah, we're not just about. We never were about laughs.
Never.
We're always about teaching.
Always about teaching.
Teaching.
Laughs for the frosting on the cake. We were fine with cake back in those
Listen.
days.
No,
If you're just
no
going for
teaching.
laughs,
You
you're weak.
learn to fail. You have to fail to learn.
That's right.
You don't
And like I
fail.
said, life is what happens when you worry about planning. So
So keep
He's done it.
keep
George,
on your
he's done it
frivolous
again.
planning. You're still gonna get,
George, he's butchered me quote again. He won't stop doing it.
I got to bring
He's
it
got
around,
podcasts. He's
bring it back to
getting
the
them.
beginning. And like I always say, life is a bowl of
Oh no.
grapes.
No.
Especially
He's gone off the edge.
wine,
he's gonna keep trying though.
You've got
table
to keep
grapes,
trying.
not wine grapes.
You know, as long as you're alive, you've got to keep trying. Look at me. I'm no longer alive. Neither is George. And here we are trying. Actually, it's you, Delaney. It's you, Delaney, who's trying too hard.
In the end, it's not the love you take. It's the love you look forward to.
Oh no.
In
He's
the
done.
end,
Paul,
Isn't
got
it?
to ring
Isn't
you
it?
up. George is doing the same thing. He's butchering me legacy.
I didn't say anything that I love Jesus or I wanted the fucking 69 Jesus. I was just saying that we're popular at the moment.
George
But
butted Jesus up the way he butted up the Maharishi. In Liverpool, you can always put a slight question mark on it. You know, like all I've got now is me Yeti Nano.
yeah, like
Nano.
that's the accent for like a storyteller, like to make shit interesting.
Oh, children's readers always go up on the word at the end. That drives me fucking crazy. They always go, It's like, come on,
No,
it's
but the
other
monkey lost his
inflections.
batteries.
Uh huh. Oh my god. Did you say your monkey's lost his batteries?
Batteries, yeah. Well, it's a good thing too, because he's
Monkey's lost
fucking
his
throwing batteries at
batteries.
people. Stop, monkey.
The chips
Monkey
are
was
throwing C-cell batteries at us. It was unbelievable.
fucking
Here
monkey's
we are.
throwing fucking got hit with a C cell right in my fucking head with a transistor in
Fucking
the
chips.
eye. You
The
fucking
chips hate being in that jail so much they fucking throw these whiz batteries at you.
You know, children these days are so easy to raise. You've just got to make sure the monkey's got batteries. As long as the monkey's got batteries.
Well, you got to give them the electronics to put the batteries in, or else not, they get mad and they start throwing them at people. So you have to be careful. If you give them flashlights, they love that too. But once the batteries die, they get extremely irrationally
Okay.
angry.
Uh, all
All
right.
right, maybe we'll end it
Well,
on that great bit about the zoo, the Beatles at the zoo.
yeah.
Uh,
I looked up the rubber thing. I was totally wrong about that. So I don't know. It's something else.
made a
Whatever.
nice story though.
Yeah.
Probably applied to somebody.
Yeah.
was a guy named
Somebody.
Rubba Dubba. I'm King Rubba Dubba. Stop saying
All
that.
right. Well, we got ourselves another cliffhanger when we tune in next week to find out the actual derivation of rubber.
Goodbye, my friends.
Okay,
Goodbye.
fellas.
Hey,
Peace,
have a good week.
everybody.
I'll be back at home.
All right, good.
Nice.
We'll see you then.
All right.